We begin with Al-Fatiha for Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his family, companion at large, and the Muslim. Ila haratin Nabi Mustafa Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. ولجميع المسلمين والمسلمات المؤمنين والمؤمنات أموات شيء لله ثم الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين سيدنا محمد وآله وصحبه أجمعين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Well, we shall continue from the last we left. Now it's slide 17. If you really have the knowledge of God, verily He will teach you a knowledge that you will never ever be ignorant. This is a very concise but very comprehensive in its meaning. Very deep, very extensive in its meaning and application. Now, if you have knowledge of God, one should know that He is infinite. He is absolute and infinite. Absolute means nothing shared with Him. Not in any way anything shared a share with Him. Absolute, total ownership. Infinite means forever and ever, nothing but Him. Forever and ever, there is Him, nothing but Him, infinite. Now these two bold statements can carry your understanding very far and very deep. If it's absolute, nothing shared His ownership. Because if anything shared His ownership, then He cannot be absolute. Hence, if He's absolute, nothing share His existence or ownership. Having said that, therefore, it can be concluded positively that He is alone and nothing is with Him. Everything is part of Him. Nothing exists independently from Him. Everything is part of Him. Like you look at ourselves, our hand, our leg, our body, our head. These are part of us. Never separated. This is absolute. Ours absolutely. Our hand, our leg, our body, our head. This all belong to us absolutely. Just an example. No one hand can share it with us. Put aside this, what you call this, replacement of hand. We're talking about a natural one. Natural. All belong to us. Nothing that is not original with us. All are original, absolute, the same with Allah. Absolute. Now, this understanding straight away brought the realization what we did not exist. We cannot exist. If we exist, then it cannot be absolute. Absolute. Malay say mutlak, mutlak, absolute. Then Allah cannot be absolute. If we exist, He cannot be absolute. Not only talking about existence, if the desires with us are our desires, then He cannot be absolute. Not only existence absolute, His existence absolute, His desire absolute. So whatever you see in this world, the occurrences, the non-occurrence, and many happenings, event, whatnot, all representing the absolute desire, the absolute divine desire. And this where your outlook is just surfaces, we can say sifat. Your outlook is the level of sifat. Of course, you can't see this. You can only see the existence of the manifestation, be it the non-obligatory existence or the mungkinul wujud or the obligatory wujud. You will never see the subtle self. But those who understood this concept that Allah is absolute, those who can deny mentally the existence of the probable existence or mungkinul wujud, and also the wajibul wujud, they can deny this existence. That is the sifat and hakikat. These people, with this knowledge of Ma'rifatullah, knowledge of God, are able to see everywhere he turns, the only existence he sees is the subtle self. Even he himself, he understood he did not exist. He is part of the probable existence. Now, it's very important to understand this. So when you understood this fully, then you will keep quiet. Because you don't exist. And therefore, come this verse, how can you think? How can you decide? You don't exist. You see, and woe to him how he decides. And woe to him how he decided. You cannot interfere in his absolute in everything. You cannot interfere. You don't exist. So how can you think? The thinking also belongs to him. How can you decide? You don't exist. He decides. Whatever, whatsoever, he decides. So that verse is very important. It's very deep in meaning that you must understand by this Syed Ahmad Rifai. If you really have the knowledge of God, then you teach your knowledge that you will never, never, ever be ignorant. So it comes to the final point, and even final point. If you don't exist, then shut up. And that's what happened when our Holy Prophet engaged Allah, asking why so many of his ummah, after his debut in the da'wah, he struggled very hard. Still many unbelievers. He asked Allah, how come many of his ummah, despite his hard effort to convert them, still large number unbelievers? And what Allah said, your job is just pass the message. If I want the whole world to be believers, I can do so. In other words, we as a Sufi look, we go back to this ayat. Why are you thinking about this? Why are you making decision? You don't think on behalf of Allah. You don't make decision on behalf of Allah. Why? Because all decision, all thinking, absolute belong to him. Because if you think and you decide, then he cannot be infinite. He cannot be absolute. Because there's another entity sharing his thought and sharing his decision. You can't. That's why, in other words, he's telling the Prophet, Holy Prophet, mind your business. If I want the whole world to be believers, I can do so. Okay. So that's why he said in the Quran, I cannot be questioned. I cannot be questioned. So absolute. To me, alhamdulillah, not that I'm pressing the leave button, but for you all to understood this explanation, your knowledge is very far ahead of many, many, many others who could not fathom this understanding. That, how can you think? How can you decide? Because many will say, well, I got mine. I can think. Shouldn't I decide on many things? I decide what school my children will go. I decide what shirt, clothing my children will use. I decide what food to cook today. I decide. How this happened? Because they saw that they still exist. They didn't understood, like you all have understood, that we are manifestation. We are just manifestation. Fanta Morgana, hologram, painting itu, which doesn't have brain, doesn't have mind of its own, that it can decide it can think. If you look at the puppet being used by the ventriloquist, you think the puppet talking? Or is it the ventriloquist talking? Look at that. You are just a puppet. No voice, no mind, nothing, no power, nothing. All movement, all thinking, all decision of the puppet is from the ventriloquist. That is the situation. Therefore, the higher up you are, you will not interfere with what's going on in this world unless you are given the task to do so. And then you are faithful to your task. But the prophet is given the task to bring the ummah to faith. To faith. And that's the job he did. Same like some of you given the task to carry on the prophet da'wah. And that you did. Otherwise, those who did not have this task just remain vague, blur, unknown, but only Allah knows you and the angels. Same like West Karnine, West Arcanine. No one in this world knows him but except the prophet. But all in heaven know him. And every dua of him, Allah fulfill it. Verse 9. So if you are not given a task, don't interfere what is going on before you. Even if you are to interfere, please remind yourself you did not exist. I give you an instant. You see, what I'm trying to put through, only when you have problems, go up, NST, go up, surrender the problem to him, and wait for his guide. Don't worry. I've seen, definitely he will give you the guide. Whether directly or indirectly, he will give you the guide. That he promised, I'm nearer than your jugular vein, and I hear your dua, and I fulfill it. And you know the procedure, how to dua, you have been guided, how to NST, go out, surrender, and wait. So, you are aided, assisted, not to think. Go out. Matters that not require decision or that like this are not heavy, not serious, like you switch off the oxygen of your dear one who is in coma in the hospital. So you switch off the oxygen and see whether he can survive on his own or he will expire. Right? This kind of decision is very heavy. You go up and pass the problem to the Almighty and wait for his decision. It will come. I can tell you it will come. But even it doesn't come, before the decision is made, your loved one expired already. Before you see, still the problem is solved. But you don't go up and ask Allah, Allah, I want to eat durian. Can you send durian to me? That is really, really misbehaving. Good. Simple thing you can do it. No. Right? What Rasulullah said, live normal life accordingly. But tough decision, go up. Pass the problem to him. Don't think and wait. Allah will never fail you. Believe me. He will, because the Lawh Mahfuz is moving. Your dua will have an answer, and that answer will be in the Lawh Mahfuz. And when was this in the Lawh Mahfuz? When he commanded, be kun. The Lawh Mahfuz is completed, perfected. Your dua in there, the answer of your dua in there, it will come. Shaykh Abdul Qadir Jalani say, your dua is already in the realm of before we were born, you but called I forgot. Alam. Before we were born, the Malay call alam. When our soul come down, alam what? Can you all remember? The world of soul before we born, that when Allah introduced Himself, Alastu bi Rabbikum, alam azali, alam azali. During that time already, our dua, the answer for dua already there. Shaykh Abdul Qadir said, already there. Matter of time that you will dua and the answer is given. Answer is given. So how can you think? How can you decide? You see? And therefore it's not Muhammad who think and decide to kill the Qurayshi in the war or battle of Uhud. And that's why Allah said, oh Muhammad, it's not you who kill, but it is me who kill. Muhammad don't exist. It's not Muhammad thinking of killing or decide to kill. He doesn't exist. To fortify this, again Allah said in the Quran, I am the manifest and I'm also the hidden. So if he's the manifest and he's also the hidden, you don't exist. There's no intermediary. There's no, I'm the manifest, I'm the hidden, and you are the intermediary. No such thing. There's no third party. I am the manifest, I am the hidden. Solid, absolute. There's no intermediary. Can one accept this? That you don't exist. He's absolute. You cannot share his absoluteness. You can't. Bearing in mind that how can you think, how can you decide when you did not exist? What to do? Keep quiet. Have problem, go up to him, surrender the problem. Let him decide for you. So you don't exist. And you act upon his decision. That's all. But if there's no problem, Rasulullah said, live accordingly. You want coffee? Go and buy or make it yourself. There's nothing to refer to Allah. Oh Allah, please make me a cup of coffee. Then you are very rude. Rasulullah said, live accordingly. Don't fold up your hand. Live accordingly. Sick, go to the doctor. Want to study, go to the school. But when the problem is heavy, you need help. This is not a normal way of life. For example, you need to have a surgery. Someone near to you need a surgery. The surgery is 50-50. She or he may or may not make it. 50-50. But without surgery, no way he can survive. This is a difficult decision. It's your loved one. So you go up to him after you have linked up with Allah. You talk to Allah. Oh Allah, this is my problem. Please guide me what to do. And you wait. You wait. Okay, you don't think or decide. But in normal way, normal facet of life, where you don't have to make a heavy decision, you go to a stall in Johor Bahru, then you saw nasi lemak, and you saw nasi kandar. You don't go up, oh Allah, which one, nasi kandar or nasi lemak? That is too much. That one no need decision. So they live accordingly. You feel like nasi kandar, whack nasi kandar. If you don't mind, look to your right, you can see Ustadz, bring Ustadz along. Otherwise, the sin. Just joking. That's not important. No need to go out. Live accordingly, Rasulullah said. But there are heavy question in life that is beyond normal living. You have to go up. If you're offered 2 jobs, both good. One time I was offered to be the legal officer of SIA, Singapore Airlines. At the same time, I was given an alternative offer to be a legal officer of Singapore Telecom. I go up and ask, well, which one? And Telecom come down. So I accepted the telecom offer and become the lawyer of Telecom for many years. This kind of thing that you can't decide, you go up. Okay. Some lady, there are 2 men wanting to marry her. Both are good candidates. She's not sure. Then go out, ask Allah, please guide me, which is the better one. And wait. And whatever decision thereafter has merits, because Allah is the best planner, the very best planner. That every decision made, there is good reason for it. So back to this, again, the knowledge of God is very important. When you know His absolute, when you know that you don't share anything with Him, even to His existence, therefore you know you don't exist. And therefore you don't decide and you don't think about it. Rasulullah said, live accordingly. Don't fold your arm and ask Allah to guide you. Live normal life. But when it becomes difficult, when it becomes unsaleable, you cannot overcome the problem, go up. Right. whether you should migrate to Australia or remain in Malaysia, go up, ask him. This is a serious problem. Ask him and wait for his guide. But when you thinking of whether to eat goreng pisang or to eat goreng cempedak, you don't go ask him. Mereka will slap your mouth bengkak, swollen. That is normal thing you don't ask now. And that is bloody too much, isn't it? That's what Rasulullah said. Live a normal life. Live accordingly. So, again, once you know you do not exist, it is good to just be quiet. Live accordingly. But in the back of your mind, you know you don't exist. It's like our Luli said, everywhere I go, in any part of the world, I know I'm an Indonesian. Similarly, every minute that you alive, you know you do not exist. But you have to live accordingly, because every walk of your life, every stage of your life, every age of your life already listed or specified in the Law Mahfuz. Today, this is today. And this picture of today, we all here, today, this is a picture of today. It's moving from 9 o'clock Jakarta time. It's moving. Now it's coming to 9:33. It's moving. And then this today picture disappear. When you open your eyes, morning already, man. The sunlight come up already. It's a new day. It's moving. We have to follow what had been written in the Law Mahfuz. So today picture, this is a 9:30 picture. We are here. 10:30, the picture will move like a movie. 10:30, 11, many of us will be snoring away happily on bed. Then the next day morning, you see, whether you like it or not, you have to perform it. It's listed. Therefore, it's like a scroll. So in the Quran, Allah says, when the Armageddon, the Qiyamah, our role, all this like a scroll, So we are like a picture moving. So, like for example, you can still visualize the existence of our kampong when we're young. Visualize our grandmother, our grandfather, our father, our mother, the compound of our place. We can visualize this. And we can visualize it very clearly. But that picture has moved. It's in the past. But it was one time a picture like today. It moved. So what we are not in control. We're just like a film moving. Right? Maybe that time was 1960. Now it's 2024. Moving. And the people in space confirm that the space is moving very fast. So you see from the top, you can see it's moving. Right? So that is the first thing that is absolute. Secondly, is infinite. Infinite. Total existence. Total. Unblemished. It's like you have the ocean without the iceberg. Just the ocean. So the ocean is infinite. But if ever there is an iceberg, the ocean is not infinite. So we, the creations, are like the iceberg. And if we exist, the ocean is not infinite. There was a question in Quran. Someone asked, can Allah show His absolute self? Can Allah shows His absolute self? So my answer, what is the point? It's just like an ocean. When it shows its absolute self, no iceberg remain. Just the ocean. So what's the point? No. Again, I repeat, the guy asked, can Allah show His absolute self or infinite self here? My answer, what's the point? If an ocean show its absolute self or infinite self, there will no more iceberg to exist. So what's the point? He show His absolute self. So if Allah shows absolute self, all the probable and the obligatory existence, that means the manifestation, disappear. Back to his normal self, his one self again. Nothing exists but him. But he wants to have amusement and play. So he doesn't want to do it. So we have the manifest and the hidden. Right? We have the prophet, manifest, and Allah, in our understanding, the subtle self is the hidden. So it's not Muhammad you kill, it's not Muhammad killing, but the subtle self. Oh, it's not you, Muhammad, who killed, it is but me. Okay? That is in the ayah in the Quran. So please be wise. Please understood this thoroughly, so that you will not quarrel with Allah, even for a second. Because you know, you don't exist. And this comes from Imam Ghazali. You know your Lord, you know yourself, you don't exist. And even Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jalani say, if you still think you exist, demolish it. Demolish. Right? Well, now, why do I canvas to you this understanding? Because you are already very high up in this knowledge. You all can understand what I'm giving. It's just more like to make you more anchored, like a ship anchored in this knowledge. Okay. But I'm sure you all understood it very well. So, because all this we achieve, because we have the knowledge of God, is easier without the knowledge of God. Now, not going anywhere, back to this. Although the word knowledge of God or ma'rifatullah means to know God, knowledge of God, to know God. Actually, knowledge of God In reality, it comes naturally after you have experienced something that shocked you to feel his existence, his greatness, or his kemuliaan, his greatness, his power, his existence. You feel it. It shudder you, it shock you. That suddenly you could feel his existence wherever you turn. After that, the knowledge comes. After that shock, the knowledge comes. You get me? So don't people say, hey, you are teaching what knowledge? We are not teaching any knowledge. We are trying to make you feel the existence of Allah. That is ma'rifatullah. Satu kejutan, satu herdekan, satu pukulan. Something that shocked someone to realize that Allah really exists. He could as if feel the existence of Allah. That first. Then the knowledge comes streaming one by one. When you read the Quran, the door open. All the door of the Marifat verses open. So it's not teaching the knowledge yet. Ma'rifatullah, to make you aware to the existence, greatness, the vastness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To shock you or to make you aware Allah exists, aware all the time. The shocking point rock your whole body to make it to tears. And the fact that Allah exists become permanent, implanted in you. That's where Allah say in the Quran, tears start falling on your cheek. And thereafter the knowledge comes. That was one by one. It reminded me of one of our friend, our lady, I can't remember her name. She's now in Malacca with her husband. She said, Ustadz, 1 second, I don't understand what you are teaching. And she had been with us for months with us. I do not understand what you are teaching. And then when you talk to me, that the cake is nothing more than the flour. F-L-O-U-R, flour. That make me understood what you were trying to teach me. Then I understood, I could feel the existence of Allah, and I cried. And after that, 1 second I was ignorant. Another second, I know so much of this. Or what previously talked, suddenly the meaning all come to me. And she changed for the better. And the husband saw the changes. And he also came to join us. 1 second, I don't know anything. Though months I've been teaching, she had been in the class. The next second, because the realization that Allah exists, the greatness of Allah, she feel. Another second, she knows about. So what you are trying to impart is not teaching people religion which is wayward. No. It's to make people realize or feel the existence of Allah. The rest come easy. The rest come easy. And that come easy followed by tears. So never think that you are teaching knowledge. The knowledge come after the shocking event. Shock you to feel or as if seeing the existence of Allah everywhere you turn. That event first. So Marifatullah, although it's knowledge of God, but it comes from certain event that shock you to realize Allah really exists, to feel His existence. And then you change, then the knowledge comes. And this knowledge, my friend, that you learn, even the top scholars in Sharia have not experienced it. Many, or almost all, never experienced this. So they are still at hukum, still telling on the ordinance of Sharia, not about Allah. You all are higher up in this knowledge. You all are very close to Allah. You know, you just can close your eyes and remember Him. You know how difficult for others. They never was taught how to remember Allah. Many of them. But straight away they pray, Allahu Akbar, read everything, without remembering Allah. And a lot going on in their mind. And many also absolute disappointment of their dua. Because they don't know how to pass the dua to Allah. Their dua and their mind is somewhere else. Not like Prophet Yaqub say, I only inform Allah of my problem. How do you inform Allah? Many don't understand how to do it. How you link up to Allah. Even the concept of zikrullah, many don't understand. It simply means remember Allah. But there are a lot of people who never remember Allah, just do things routinely. So you have this knowledge because you have experienced the event that will wake you up to feel the existence of Allah. And with this knowledge you have had, easier for me to go higher up like today. That you don't exist, Allah is absolute, Allah is infinite, Allah is the manifest, Allah is the hidden. It's not Muhammad who killed, but He, the subtle self that killed. So how can one think? How can one decide, especially, oh, your prayer will not be accepted by Allah? Who are you to think, man? Who are you to decide? You know, oh, this one sure go to hell. Who are you to think, man? Who are you to decide? You know, 100 people were killed by this man. And yet Allah forgive him. He go into paradise. By your standard, he should be rotten in hell. But Allah go to paradise. Even the prostitute just giving the dog a drink, save him from death. All the sin forgiven, man. Who are you, man, to tell people who go to hell the sin cannot be forgiven? And the worst part, Allah said to Jesus, who appealed for Iblis, oh Allah, you are merciful and benevolent. Can't you forgive Iblis and his cronies? And what did Allah say? Oh Jesus, go and tell Iblis and his cronies, come and see me. Come and tell me, oh Allah, I've sinned to you, Allah. We have sinned to you, Allah. Forgive us. We have sinned as I am, and it is sin to you. Please forgive us. And Allah said, I will forgive him and reinstate him to the position before he was banished from the garden of heaven, or from heaven. Now, if Allah can forgive fully, Iblis and his crew, without time limit, Allah doesn't please accept within 1 month. Never. It's open offer. Rain check. Open offer. Hey, come on, man. Who are you to say that this person must go to hell because he's a playboy? This person, woman, must go to hell because when she was 16, she really evoked after one boy to another. Who are you? Right. And furthermore, if you learn what I've taught you today, if she or he did not exist, then who commit all this? Think carefully. Allah give you a clear answer. Oh Muhammad, you did not kill. I kill. The answer is there. So how you going to pass judgment that such person should go to hell? No way. That's why Allah said, if I want everybody to go to paradise, I can make the whole world believers. He told. We can interpret that way. He said, oh, Muhammad, if I want the whole world to be believers, I can do so. We can put it, if I want the whole world to be believers and enter paradise, I can do so. You just mind your business and do your job. So you must be that level to be affectionate, to be forgiving. Because Allah said, I will insert in the heart of the faithful love. If you condemn people day in, day out, where is your love? But come to yourself, there's exception. It's his own self-exception. You don't see that word. How you think, how you decide, damn you. Oh. So, my dear companion, you are this level. Just hold on to that verse. I created mankind in tribes, 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 and in different nationalities, so that they may know one another, so that they may live together harmoniously. that we can achieve. But if you are biased, no way. No way you can. You will still want the unbelievers to be in hell. You still want the one who commits sin to be in hell. But there's a verse, there is a proverb that says, or even the Christian belief, all human beings are born sinners. We also cannot escape from making sin. Even the prophet also made sin, did things that are sinful, but they are forgiven. They are forgiven of whatever sin they did. Okay? That's the difference between the prophet and us. Don't say they don't commit sin, they did, but they are forgiven. Khidir killing the boy, Moses killing a man. Many more, our friend Yunus ran away from his ummah and later was thrown into the sea and swallowed by a big fish. He committed sin. Many more. But Allah forgive them because they are the prophets. So please stand above this ordinary belief that, certain person must go to hell, certain person must go to paradise. Stand above it. Let that question be Allah's questions, not yours, not ours. Live with love, caring for each other, right? And do not hope for anything in return, because you don't exist. If you don't exist, where to pin the medal? Okay, you don't exist. If a medal is given, where to pin on you? You don't have. So don't imagine or hope to be given a pin, a medal or what from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You don't exist. You are just the Fata Morgana manifestation, the hologram, the painting. So, okay, so be above that, stand above that. You see, verily apart from Allah, all else are false. That is a hadith. Okay. All else are false. Okay. And this, before we don't understand, but now we understood it fully. Yeah. And now we can see it clearly because we have the knowledge of God. We have experienced the event, the shocking event. There were hindrances of this, now we have removed thy veil. That is the shocking event. And then sharp is thy sight this day, and the knowledge become easier to understand. And you read the Quran, easier to understand. And therefore, when you've gone through the shocking event, then every words of the Quran pertaining to Allah become clear to you. And everywhere you turn, you can't deny His existence. You recognize the truth. And that's where tears will fall. And even now, I also experienced it. I got it 78, yet the tears still falling as and when the shocking event emerged from time to time. Not only one time, but from time to time, it emerged and makes you feel His existence again, and you cry. Had there been any God in the heavens and the earth apart from Allah, the order of both the heaven and the earth would have gone to ruins. There's only one God. So the awareness, the shocking event that make you aware, there exists only one God. One God. Everywhere you turn, only one God. There's no two. If two, the whole thing be ruined, you know. La ilaha illallah. There is no God but He. And this make me cry. Everywhere we turn, there's only one God. He. You know. And therefore you surrender to Him, Allah. Surrender. Our Prophet, O Muhammad, be you first to surrender. And the Prophet say, O Allah, I and my followers surrender to you. Everything give back to Him, belong to Him. You don't exist. Your existence also belong to Him. Return. Accept you don't exist. Accept the principle of faith that all that He had planned will flow accordingly. You cannot change. What is first, what is last, you cannot change. You cannot change also your life event. Everything followed what had been listed in the Lawh Mahfuz, your takdir or the predestination. Rasulullah say, you say you can change, you will surely be condemned to hell. You must know that the calamity befalling on you will not disappear from you. And that will not happen to you, will not cause any harm to you. If you think otherwise, hell is for you. You can't change. If you are not going to suffer pain, you will not suffer. If you are to suffer pain, you are to suffer. If it is listed in the Lawh Mahfuz. You think you can change it? No way. And somebody, Doa can change takdir. You are nonsense. The doa also in the takdir. How to change? The doa is also in the takdir and the changes also in the takdir. If not doa listed in the takdir, then that guy will never doa. Because it's listed in the takdir. So the guy will doa and the answer will be the takdir also. When Allah commanded kun, is all in the plan. Nothing is amiss. I don't even omit a mistake even smaller than an atom. Great is Allah. So you're not only seeing Allah absolute infinite, whatever He has listed shall happen. You cannot change it. Be one that surrender with our Prophet to Him. And all the time, He is in action. All the time, you see that we are talking, you are moving, we are doing all these things. We are but His manifestation. It's like Muhammad eating, Muhammad drinking, Muhammad this, Muhammad that. But what Allah said is not you, it's me. You must understand that. Right? Don't think about Muhammad kill. Don't stop the kill. Muhammad walk, Muhammad talk, Muhammad drink, Muhammad think. All that. What Allah said, not you, but me. You must understand the wider implication of that verse. Allah, there is no God worthy of worship except Him, the ever living, ever, the only one, absolute. See, the one, who sustain and protect all that exists, His manifestation. He is not like mabuk, drowsy. No sleep overtakes Him. To Him belongs whatever, to Him belong. Absolute ownership, to Him belong what is in heaven and whatever is on the earth. Absolute, not only He's one. There's no God but Him. And He's 24 hours working, And everything belongs to Him, whether on earth, on heaven. So we can't make claim of anything, except that you don't exist. See, are the blind man and the one who can see equal? Are the blind man and the one who can see equal? Will not you reflect? That's why I told you just now, I already mentioned, even the top scholars of Sharia, they are not at your level. You all can see further. They can only see the sifat. Even hakikat they can see. Don't talk about ma'rifat. You already are level ma'rifat and further than that. Okay. So, not the same. So you don't condemn people, you do the wudu, not proper, man, sure go to hell, this one. Wudu also go to hell. Hey, you pray, your leg is not like that, no. Your leg must be like that, no. I saw one of your, the toe is a bit sengit, a bit off. So sure, hell. It's here the hukum they gave. Absolutely very funny thing, Hey, you didn't istinja properly, Sure, not only hell, but torture in the grave. Oh my God. And this guy's 89 years old. Surely he can istinja properly. He's 89. He go to, sure something amiss. He's too old. And nobody is there to help him. He live alone as a bachelor. Watch out, You don't wash properly, little bit also, go to hell. This guy cannot sleep already. Thinking, mati lah, die lah. He'll go to hell. Please lah, how can you think? How can you decide? Oh, do you? Okay. Anyway, that's the thing, right? See, Shaykh Abdul Qadir say, in reality, there is no doer, person doing. There's no mover, you don't move, no person moving or not moving, but it's Allah. There's no good or bad, no loss or profit, no dividend, no reward, no obstruction, no opening, no closing, no life or death, honors and disgrace, rich or poor. In fact, all are in Allah's control. All belong to Him. Okay. This is clear as crystal. Everything except Allah is false, just now mentioned. So why are we created? For amusement and play. He amused himself. You don't exist. He amused himself. How can we know? Be easy. Inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi raji'un. Everything come from me and back to me. Right? There is no other existence. All come from me, back to me. Right? It's an amusement and play. But we who do not understand, who did not reach this level of knowledge, we are the one that Allah say, is it the same, the blind and the one who can see? Okay. So again, what is the life of this world but amusement and play? And see, Allah is a sustainer needed by all. Behind the scene is Him all the time. Muhammad is not you who kill, but me behind the scene, the sustainer. Yeah. Every event, He is the sustainer behind it. Other than Him, they have no protector. And He ascribed no one partners in His determination. He never share His decision with anyone. There's no partner. Only Him. Okay. They ask, do we have say in the matter? O Prophet, tell them, all matters are decided by Allah. Say all from Allah. What has happened to these people that they seem to understand nothing? Look now. We lecture this so long, right? And if you think you have a part to play, then this the verse Allah say, all is from me. What happening to you seem like you don't understand anything. Like, okay, serious. You know? O Prophet, have no say in it. You Prophet have no say. Even Prophet have no say. It's up to Allah to turn to them in mercy or punish them. Prophet also is a prophet, is a manifest. Can't do anything. The sustainer is Him behind. But if they turn away, then your duty or prophet is to deliver the message. You know, I've been telling you, the God, Allah said to him, oh Muhammad, your job is pass the message. All right? And Allah said, if you are troubled by them not following you, and you are able to dig a hole in the earth or the ladder to heaven and bring some sign to them, do so, but you will not be able to. If God will, He would have gathered them to guide them. If I want to, I can guide them. Be thou not among the ones who are ignorant. In other words, don't interfere in my business. If I want to do this or that, it's my business, my decision, not yours. Your job is just give the message. Don't you be ignorant of this. Very clear. Do not the believers know that? This to the Muslim who always say the non-Muslim to go to hell. Look at this. Do not the believers know that Allah will, He could guide them all to the right path. If He so will, but He doesn't want. He wants the life to be like this because it's amusement and play. If amusement and play or play you have hero only, no crooks, what's the point of having a play? Think carefully. If you have a play, all hero, no crooks, what's the point? Or you have a play, all patient, no doctor, what's the point? It's a play. You want to be guided all, you want it this way. So don't make decision. Don't think about it. Surrender. Surrender everything to Him. Allah who created 7 heavens and of the earth the like thereof. The commandment come down among them from on high, unceasingly. That means the law mahfuz is moving, unceasingly, moving. Okay? Today, like this. Tomorrow, different. At this hour, you'll be doing different thing. Now, today, at this hour, we are meeting. Next day, at this hour, different thing. It's moving. The commandment comes down from low mahfuz to us from high unceasingly is moving. You must note that this one I've written, I already explained. Every destined matter has been appointed time, and you will soon come to know it. That's why I told you, everything when they say kun, everything complete, the low mahfuz, 12 years plan, 12 billion plans, already done. And it's moving, just not mentioned moving. Huh? This, see this one? The commandment come down among them from on high unceasingly, the low mahfuz, 12 billion plan, moving. Now is a 4.6 billion, phase 3. So every destined matter has appointed time, and you will soon come to know. Okay, we reach the end of it. Inshallah, we'll continue next week. I'll be in JB, Johor Bahru. If you want to meet me, I'll be at KSL Hotel. You can meet our leader there, Tuti Isa. And you want to see me. He shares the program in Johor Bahru for me. This Friday, I'll be going back on Monday. Okay, hopefully you are free. We can santai and talk some more about life. I'm not lecturing, but we talk santai among friends about the future of Islam, inshallah. Okay, with that, I back to our dear friend, Mr. Bayu. Back to him. Thank you.